Hey, welcome back. If you're following us from our movie podcast, if not, go check out our movie podcast.
What if this one comes out first?
They're not. They come up around the same time.
No.
There you go. And I usually do the movie one first anyway. So, if you're listening to this on iTunes for the first time, it's because we're putting it on iTunes, because we do things ass backwards. And if you are looking at our ugly mugs and don't want to listen to watch us, go to iTunes. We're on there now. So, this is our video game podcast, where we talk about gaming news and our opinions and things like that. So, I don't know, what topic do you guys want to start on? BlizzCon? Alright, that sounds good.
There's so much shit to
I just wait for
on.
because everyone goes over me anyway, so.
Well, why don't we let...
Nathan, choose a video game.
Why don't we let the minority choose which we would start with?
God, we're never gonna have any iTunes followers. Oh, don't mind the female laughter. We have no idea where that's coming from. This house is bad.
I swallowed glass. I chipped my bottle.
I feel like we should start again.
Nope, we're going.
Alright,
This happened.
so, yeah. I think the first thing we should talk about is how about the new Nintendo system?
The small NES?
Mm-hmm.
I'm alright with that.
I'm kind of excited.
I
Wait.
agree.
Are you referring to that or are you referring to the Switch?
The Switch.
Ah. Undecided.
How about we start off with the better of the two?
Okay, the NES. I think we talked about the NES last time.
No, but
The
now...
classic? No, now it's actually coming out next week.
Coming out this week, actually.
Yeah, this
Thursday.
3
4
days.
days. Well, depending on when this comes
Well,
out.
today's what, Sunday?
Yeah, 4 days.
2 days.
4.
Is it Thursday? That was Tuesday.
It said the 11th. Today's
Okay,
the 6th,
you're right.
right?
Yeah,
That's
you're
a
right.
weird, it is a weird release.
That's a weird release.
So
Well,
maybe 5 days then.
Nintendo is known for their weird release dates.
No, so Friday.
That makes more sense. Nintendo's fucking weird.
Comes with 30 classic games.
Mm-hmm.
Metroid. Super Mario.
HDMI capable.
Link.
And
Donkey Kong. Final Fantasy.
It also-
Castlevania. No one really else cares about
Kid
it.
Icarus. Kickle Keeble.
Kirby, I think, right?
Kirby is on there.
Games where if you rage quit, you have to start again.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that. Now it has
That's
three.
bullshit.
It has 3 dedicated save points for each of the games.
I'm sorry, that's kind of bullshit. This kid should have to suffer like we suffered.
Hey. But you know what? Now we don't have to suffer like we suffered.
True.
I'm pretty sure with Mario you had save capability.
Mario did. Donkey Kong, you did.
Mario didn't.
You
Mario
went into different worlds?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure they did.
It saved your world progress.
I know
but if you
what
lost in
I
the beginning-
didn't have save on was fucking Sega handheld. What was that called? Not the Genesis.
I don't even remember what that was.
Game-
Game Gear. God,
Game Gear.
no fucking save. And your batteries run out, you're fucked.
The original Game Boy was the same way, and if you
Yep,
did want to
original
go
Game
back,
Boy.
if you did want to go back to where you
And
were,
Game
you
Boy
had to put in
Color.
a
Game
password.
Boy Color. If your
No, Game Boy
battery's
Color
low.
had it because Pokemon came out on Game Boy Color.
Yeah, no, that had certain games had
Certain games
save
did all of
save
it.
Because they
aspects.
saved on the cartridge, they didn't
Yeah.
save on the console. Anyway, so yeah, the small NES is coming out Friday, and it actually looks pretty good for the price point. I mean, I think
I might
definitely
actually
worth
drop
it.
the money.
Right?
I might, because then not only I think it's kind of cool that not only is it HDMI compatible, so you'll get better graphics off of a 8-bit system, but it also gives you the ability to really turn retro with it, and it has an option built into it where you can get the 8-bit graphics back. So you're not
Well, you're
playing
still
off the HDMI. Well, you're still playing off the HDMI, but you're reverting the graphics back. You're downscaling the graphics back to make it look like you were playing when you were a kid.
So have a super small fucking screen.
No, the pixelated graphics.
Okay. It's still gonna be 8-bit though.
Yeah, no, it'll still be 8-bit.
So 8-bit is
It'll
pixels.
just look a little bit better with the HDMI.
Maybe.
With the upscaled graphics.
Sure.
Won't look much. I didn't say it was going to look infinitely better.
because
It's
the
just
scale-
gonna be
there's
the
gonna have to
HDMI is
be a
gonna be
s-
scaling to the screen
Yeah.
if 1080.
If it's scaled to the screen on a 1080, it's gonna look fucking horrible.
No, well they're specifically doing it so it doesn't look horrible.
We'll see next week.
Yeah. We'll
I mean,
figure it
it's going to run for $59.99 for the console, one controller, the 30 games built in, the HDMI cable, and then it's $10 extra for an additional controller so you can play. Most of the games on there seem to be 2 players.
And it's cool because those controllers are backwards compatible with Wii.
The Wii, yeah, the Wii and Wii U.
Isn't the Wii U being laid to rest this week?
It technically.
Yeah, they're no longer
just not
production.
producing it.
Yeah, they're stopping production, but anything that's still on the floor is still going to be sold. Because the Switch is coming out soon. Is it holiday or is it next year? March, right?
Next year.
March. So the Switch got announced when we were gone. If you haven't noticed, we've been gone for a while. You probably didn't notice because you don't care about us. That's all right.
We hardly care about us either.
We don't hate you.
I mean,
But the Switch is pretty interesting.
it looks interesting. I'm definitely gonna wait for like a second gen of it because I'm definitely worried because the bugs of any new system and the fact it's a Nintendo new system, I feel like switching from TV to the tablet is probably going to be some issues. Like it's either going to get stuck on your screen.
Well, no, they've done it before with the Wii U. They used the gamepad as a secondary screen when your parents wanted to watch TV.
All right, so let's review history here.
And also, I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Let's review history for a second here. There's a damn good reason why I'm not even going to bother with the Switch right away. The PlayStation 4 was the original one that tried to do this backwards compatibility thing where if somebody else wanted to watch something on TV and you were currently playing a game, you could then take your PS Vita, transfer the game from the screen to your Vita, and continue playing. Wirelessly, via the PS4, they would communicate with each other. Then the Wii U tried to do the same exact thing. Where's the Wii U sitting right now?
Nowhere.
On its way into the grave.
Yep.
The PS4 is still going strong, but they've taken away the Vita's still going, but they've taken away the cross-platform play, the cross-buy play. That's no longer a thing. They're not trying to pump it anymore. Now they're stuck on PSVR.
But it's funny that you say all this, because technically Nintendo's not the only console doing this. The Xbox, with their cross-compatibility gaming, is technically you're able to do that with a piece with a laptop or a tablet that's running Windows 10. You could technically now take your Gears of War and play it on a PC or console, or a PC console, like a laptop, tablet.
But it's a secondary feature. They're not trying to pump it up based off of that.
I don't know. During E3, I mean, they pushed it really hard with their cross-platform.
How much of it have you heard since then?
I don't know. We both own Gears of War. I've never once attempted. I don't have a Windows 10 PC, so I've never attempted it. But I mean,
I have a Windows 10 PC, but I just don't know. I don't see.
I
a
haven't
purpose.
attempted it. I also don't see a purpose of trying.
Yeah, I really don't.
well, for like you, whenever we go out, if you have your Vita on you, you'll play in the car to wherever we go.
But the catch to that is you have to have a connection between the Vita and the PS4 in order to get the game onto the Vita.
Yeah, but my point is, if you're playing Gears at home and then you have to go somewhere, you can then put Gears on your laptop and play Gears in the car.
If you have a connection.
I thought you was just download the game and then go from there.
Yeah,
I don't think Gears is
works.
a... Halo did it. Minecraft did it. I don't think Gears did it that way.
Interesting.
I don't think Gears did that. I know what you're talking about, and I don't think Gears did it that way.
So anyway, yeah, the Switch is interesting. The cross-compatibility of playing a handheld and taking it on the go versus playing it on screen. My only thought with the whole handheld thing is battery life.
Yep.
And
Connectivity.
no, not even connectivity because you don't need it. Everything. Basically, they're going back to cartridges. So you basically put
No, not even that type of connectivity, like Wi-Fi connectivity, because it shows on the commercial them, going to the next players and playing the same game they're playing.
Well, they're not going to use Wi-Fi. They're probably going to use something different for like multiplayer with that aspect. They're probably going to use some type of Bluetooth or some type of IR connection like they did with the Game Boy when you used to do Pokemon trading through IR.
True.
So, I mean, the whole concept looks good. The graphics look better. Not next-gen better, but better than Wii U. Especially them playing Skyrim. But, at the same time, they've already said that those aren't the true graphics. So...
To me, right now, that is one of the only selling points, is the third-party representations.
Yeah.
They have third-party publishers coming in now, whereas before, with all the other Nintendo consoles, they really didn't have a whole hell of a lot of support from anybody third-party.
Yeah.
Now, at launch, they're looking to get things like Skyrim.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and they definitely... that was a big selling point, too, during the Nintendo conference for this, was how much third-party help they're getting with these consoles, so, development-wise. So it's pretty interesting to see it, because it's kind of new for Nintendo for them to allow that to happen. It used to be really, like, a tight-knit Nintendo family and some third-party. like Square Enix doing like Final Fantasy and things like that. And now to have bigger games come on the console, I mean that's a big thing. My only fear is quality. I mean they've put in Call of Duty on the Wii and Wii U, and it was fucking terrible. So I don't know until we get our hands on it and have real demos or like real life demos of what it's really going to be capable of. And like I said, that portability thing is battery life. It really comes down to battery life. Am I going to get 3 hours out of it if I'm going on vacation?
No,
At that point,
you'll end up getting maybe an hour, hour and a half.
See, then I don't know if it's really worth it. Then,
I'm gonna wait.
Your big selling point is like portability and taking it with you. And another thing is, you have the 3DS and stuff out, and your handhelds sell really well. Will this not kill your sales, but will this lower your sales because people are now going to buy a console that gives you the option of taking it with you?
The only other thing I can see kind of correlates with the whole Pokemon Go craze. When people were going nuts over that Pokemon Go, and they figured out just how fast their phones were dying when they're out there running around in the middle of nowhere playing this thing, what's the first thing they did?
Battery pack.
Boom. Yeah. Battery pack.
But
smartest thing Nintendo would do if it was a portable device is allow either a extra battery pack or allow
removable battery.
Not even a removable battery, a way to connect it to an external battery source.
Oh, like a plug-in.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah, I mean that'd be cool. Like especially if you want to take it on vacation with you and you don't want to bring the whole console and you want to just bring that. Especially doing the whole multiplayer thing with other Switches. I mean, any kind of wireless, whether you're using Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or IR, it's going to take up a lot of battery power.
Yeah, especially with the graphics that they're trying to get out of it.
Exactly. So, that's my biggest fear. But I think we've talked enough about the Switch.
We'll see where it goes.
Let's move on with other things.
I mean, we're not talking until, the beginning of next year anyway, so we still got a few more months.
First quarter. So, we'll see. There might be more news about it upcoming. We're not 100% sure yet. I'm sure there will be.
Oh, they'll drop something in December.
Probably. So we have BlizzCon's happening, or was happening this weekend. A lot of big things from Blizzard coming out. Let's see, we have
Diablo 4.
No Diablo 4, but you have Diablo 3 coming out with a new playable character.
That was the issue.
Necromancer.
That is a big issue.
You've got Necromancer coming to Diablo 3. You also have a refabricated Diablo 1 with new graphics and stuff, rebuilt, coming as a play-along with Diablo 3, which is pretty cool.
So that means all you Diablo 1 players get to go back and face the cows again.
Yep. Yes, you can. And what else? You had a couple new things from like Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm. They released a new patch for Legion of World of Warcraft that has some new stuff in it. Overwatch released their new character Sombra, their new map, their new play style, and an Overwatch League, which I actually found really, really cool. So, and the Overwatch League is essentially like an esports league where you can go ahead and play. It's kind of like how they're doing the
Call of Duty and Gears leagues.
Yeah, not only that. Well, that's through like MLG and stuff like that in their own separate leagues. They're specifically doing Overwatch League, I think, through Blizzard. And it's kind of like their competitive that they have on now with Overwatch, where you kind of get ranked up. And you can actually jump into the league and play matches and rank up. And if you're good enough, actual like teams can then hire you and you'll get a paycheck, which I found to be a really cool thing. But you just have to be really fucking good.
So it's basically like the WoW leagues, basically.
Yeah.
Just going over to Overwatch. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really it from BlizzCon. What else we got? We got a lot of games that came out.
A whole bunch of recent releases. I mean, they were they were rapid fire, week after week.
I know. It was funny that the last time we talked, we were like, we really don't have much to talk about because no games are coming out till end of October, and then
Yeah, well, guess what?
We were
They
here
all
for
came and
October.
went.
they all came and went.
So let's go with the most popular one for people.
No Man's Sky. No,
sorry, Paul.
You mean the one that they've actually physically came out and called a mistake?
yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say to go for the one that's being sold the most still is Battlefield 1.
Yeah, that's still
It's really good.
very popular. It is really good.
The campaign, I mean, I only played a little bit of it with Brandon, and it was really fucking good.
Yeah, almost every game that we're going to talk about now, I'm going to get a review out for. I've been trying to play a little of this, a little of that, just to get a good opinion on each of them. And with as much as been released, it's hard to
Pardon.
it's hard to
You're not fucking
get a hold of
pardoned.
everything.
What do you think? This is Obama? Just pardon anyone? We love you, Obama. Shout out to Obama.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
4 more years. 4 more. No, not too soon.
It's better than any of our other choices.
All right, we're not political.
So,
we're not political. Shut up.
Okay, so let's go from Battlefield 1, which is a multi-platform, to now also multi-platform Titanfall 2.
You know what? They expected it to flop.
It's doing
And,
decent.
The reviews have been
I would say
majorly
mid-range.
positive. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I think it's every bit as good, if not better, than the first one. They added more to it. They added a campaign. They added a ton of different items.
Which is a short campaign is the issue.
No, it is a short campaign. It's only about 6 to 7 hours. In one sitting, you can get through it.
They gotta get you ready for Titanfall 3. That's why.
It doesn't really... The campaign, it felt rushed. Like it was a second afterthought. Like they didn't really... They wanted you...
was.
They wanted you to treat the campaign as a preparation for the multiplayer. That's pretty much all it is. It really... I mean, it doesn't tug on the heartstrings. You don't get attached to any characters. It's just a... something to occupy your time in between games. It's nothing spectacular. The multiplayer is definitely still the meat and potatoes. They added in weapons. They added in a grappling hook. The gameplay has changed dramatically. It's still similar. You still wall run. You still have all of the same abilities as you did in the last one, but they added so much more to it. Now, instead of there being only 3 Titans, you have 6 Titans to choose from, each with their own chassis design and strengths and weaknesses. So I really enjoyed it. They expected it to flop. Last time I checked Xbox, it is still one of the most played purchase games.
Because it came out for Xbox first. Alright, so we'll move away from that to Gears 3.
4.
4. So,
We're on 4.
4.
Technically 5, but if you want...
No one
I don't count
counts
Judgment.
Judgments.
Speaking of...
Judgment does not exist.
I got all the games for free.
Yes, he did.
We're not going to talk about that
We
story.
made him.
Yeah, we won't.
But we didn't... we're not going to talk about it. But I got all of them for free.
We won't. We won't
By the way,
talk about it.
I don't think I told you. I now have codes for all the other ones now that I have 4. So if anyone would like Gears 1 through 3 plus Judgment...
Why don't we run some kind of contest? I feel because I got extra codes.
Because we only
too.
have 20 fucking subscribers.
All right.
I got
so
extra
first subscriber to get us 5 additional subscribers. And give us...
we're not doing that.
Why not?
Shout out to me on Facebook, Twitter, or our YouTube channel. First person to do that, I'll get you a code for all 4 games. How about that? You hear that?
How would
People-
you sell it?
Shut up, Peanut Gallery.
Peanut Gallery is from first person to like us on Facebook with a status of this podcast. We'll get the codes.
Yeah, something like that. Just ask me for the codes. Just fucking ask me. I'll give you the codes. Anyway.
Someone will give you the codes because he doesn't really check, so someone will give you the codes.
But yeah, no, Gears 4, me and Brandon.
Why don't we do a drawing?
Yeah.
Why don't you have people, that they can write in the comments, ask for them and whatnot.
Put
and,
hashtag butt stuff in the comments.
if you want to be entered into it, comment for an entry. We'll throw all the entries into a hat. We'll number your name. We'll throw all the entries into a hat. We'll pick a number. Boom. You got 4 Gears of War games in one shot.
Not Gears 4 though. You'll get 1 through 3.
No,
in
you'll
Judgment.
get 1, 2, 3 in Judgment.
All right, that works. So
There you go.
Comment.
Fair and equal.
comment in this video or on our Facebook or Twitter on this post for our video, and we'll give you free shit. And if you want, share with your friends. Maybe they can get it instead. So Gears of War 4 is it's pretty good. I didn't play the campaign yet, but I played some multiplayer with you. That's interesting. And then we went into Horde mode, and is it rough?
This is the roughest Horde mode I have played since 2. 2 was when it was introduced, and it's just gotten progressively harder. 2, 3, 4. 4 is really, really rough. It's a 5-person Horde mode, and they almost make it to where you have to have 5 people to get through it. Each individual has the ability to choose a different class. You have, soldier, engineer, heavy, sniper, scout, and each class has a specific weapon loadout and specific skills. It's rough. It's really, really rough. It gets really hard. The bosses are, I wouldn't say
they're tough,
unbeatable, but they're damn tough. Like, it doesn't take much for them to knock you down.
And you really don't have a place to hide when they come around.
No, I mean, depending on the map, no, you really don't. You really don't. You got a helicopter for a boss. You got one of the giant snatchers for a boss, and they're so big that they take up half the map themselves.
Yeah, I mean, we played. I think what did we play on first? We played
casual.
Casual first. We got to round 7, and then all of our team quit. And it was just me and you.
It was just the two of us, and couldn't get anywhere.
And then we played on easy with another guy, and we actually wound up making to like 45.
47.
47.
We were at 47.
Before he left.
3 rounds before finishing it, and he decides, I'm gonna bounce.
So, shout out to that guy.
Life.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, if you're one of those players that likes to jump into people's games and help them along, and then right before you're about to finish, you back out, you're a dick.
Wait, so he just said thanks, and then you're like, fuck you.
My thanks was sarcastic. If you didn't get that.
No, sorry, it seems sincere at first.
Well, that's why Xbox has the report feature.
You report too many people.
Go ahead, quit early, see what
Soon
happens.
you're not going to have anyone to play with.
He's not.
Except like me and Nathan. Until we get reported. And your wife.
That's okay. That's a group of 4 right there. We can make it through horror mode.
So yeah, it's a good game.
I enjoyed it. The storyline was, I mean, I don't want to touch too much on it because I am going to write a review on it. Storyline was good. The ending just kind of left more to be desired. I know it's a new trilogy.
Like I said, it's another trilogy.
Yeah, it's a new trilogy, and I understand that, but it just kind of, there was no
It wasn't like the
climax.
It wasn't like the same
just
the
ended.
first 3 where you're like, ha.
Yeah, it didn't leave you with the feeling of, man, this is gonna get good. It just kind of ended.
Or the first 1 and 2 this is sad.
Yeah, there's no real.
1 and 2, you just left there going, my heart hurts.
It didn't give you enough time to get attached to any of the characters. They weren't. There's really no connection. It just. It is what it is.
They were kind of hoping like, well, this is Marcus' son. You should feel connected just because of that.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You figure it took what? Almost a game and a half to get connected to Marcus and Dom, and then they wanted you to get connected to a character just based off of him being blood. Nah, don't work like that.
So
don't work like that. That's Gears in a nutshell.
It's Gears in a nutshell, yeah.
Like I said, I'll do a review on it. You'll get the full opinion piece.
It's gonna be pretty highly opinionated.
Batman came out too.
No, I wouldn't talk about that though. It's the same game, just better graphics.
It is. It's better graphics.
Are they?
Essentially, it is the same thing. But for those who didn't get to play it, or those that really enjoyed it and wanted to go back and play it again with the better graphics, $50, 2 games plus all the DLC.
$50 I didn't need it. I just put it on another. I'll just play it again.
Is that English?
With the shit graphics. Which aren't even that shitty. They're pretty good graphics for the old game.
It's a different console too, so if you've gotten rid of that console, you can always go back to it now.
Yep. What else?
Compatible.
What else came out? Alright, I guess it's time to touch the subject.
Final Fantasy Worlds came out.
Was that a game?
The big one of the year.
I don't know, Halo?
Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah, that game.
That's not
Once a
the
year.
big one of the year.
That's just
It's the
It's just
annual one.
another one.
there's an
of the
annual
year.
game, yeah.
You know what? I will say, I was skeptic. I'm still kind of skeptic. Essentially, it's Call of Duty
In space.
meets Star Wars. I thought it was going to be crap. It's actually pretty decent.
I like the last commercial for it. I don't plan on getting the game.
Oh, screw this. Let's go to space.
Because it was basically them making fun of what's happening in the real world.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if it's really funny because it's true. So I guess it's not funny. But yeah.
The game is actually really good. It's essentially 3 games in one. You're getting Infinite Warfare, which I was explaining to him earlier. I know for a fact I don't even have to play it. I've played the beta. I know what I'm getting into. I'm going to hate the multiplayer, period. because they brought back the dumb jetpacks and everything else. The weapons still suck. The rig packs suck. It's gonna suck. The campaign is a different story. The campaign is actually pretty good. The story is good. The controls are good. It feels like a Call of Duty should feel. And they even nailed the flight simulation. The flight simulation is actually really good. It feels like a Star Wars game. You're zipping in between wrecked ships, dogfighting in space with other spacecraft. It feels...
I really don't like those though. That's the one downfall I didn't really like about Battlefront.
It feels like Battlefront. Battlefront, yeah. It feels like those dogfights.
I don't like flying in games. I really just don't.
For a Call of Duty though, that's
the Call of Duty, whenever you had to fly something, especially what was
it always felt like a tank.
Well, Call of Duty 2,
the helicopter.
And Warfare, that was fucking...
Yeah, it always felt like a tank. Now it really doesn't. It feels...
Especially when you first started and it was like, didn't mention that you were going into a plane and you just started off and you were in a plane. That was always the best.
Yeah, that was good. And then, depending on which edition you bought, you also get Modern Warfare Remastered, which technically it's a remake of... it's a remaster of the one on 360, the first Modern Warfare, but it sounds better. It looks better. The guns don't all sound the same. Each gun now distinctly sounds different.
Maybe it's not just...
Nope. All the guns sound distinct.
Machine guns.
The multiplayer has quite a few changes. I haven't gotten a chance to dive into that yet, so I'm trying to wait on the review for it. Supposedly they changed quite a few things in there. And then, let's see, you got the main campaign for Modern Warfare, and then you got the multiplayer with the original 10 maps. And then you also have Zombies, which is its own standalone game as well. I thought it was going to be ridiculous. The plot, just dumb. Zombies in Spaceland. Zombies in space. When you start it up and you watch the opening cutscene, the plot actually makes somewhat sense, as goofy as it is. It's actually a really good Zombies entry. They changed around quite a bit. I don't even know where to start. They have a map in the beginning of the level that if you activate it, you no longer have to guess what everything does. When you hit the map and you activate it, from then on out, when you come across something new, whether it be a gun, a pickup, a power-up, a door, or something along those lines, it'll stop the gameplay and it'll bring up an explanation of what exactly it is. And then you can continue on. When you die and lose all your guns, you no longer just lose all your guns. There's a lost and found. You're in a theme park. There's a lost and found at the front of the theme park you can run back to and grab your guns after death. So, I mean, they changed around so much that it's actually enjoyable again.
Can you do that with multiplayer, that map?
The Zombies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Online multiplayer?
And offline.
So I wonder how that works with doing the whole tutorial mode. Do they just disable that during online?
No, I would assume it just pops up for everybody, or maybe the person that activates it.
I would say the person that activates it.
Yeah, but then if it just stops the game, like...
It's briefly.
Okay.
Like, it puts it at like a pause, and then you push A to continue, and it'll keep going.
Because that'd be really annoying if I'm, like, playing, and, like, someone, like...
comes across something.
Freezing the game, yeah.
It's probably for each individual person. Well, it is good that it's back to offline and online, because that's what I like about the last Zombies.
You were telling me that co-op for campaign is no longer a
thing.
that's
no longer a thing.
Which kind of sucks.
The campaign is now single player only. The campaign honestly is really good so far. I've gotten to the point where it branches off into you pick where you want to go out of like 8 or 9 destinations. So I don't know. I'm gonna finish that up and then jot down my thoughts about it.
Cool.
So, what else do we got?
Well, when we were gone this last month, I actually went to a Microsoft store and tried out the Vive and VR headset. Pretty fucking sweet, not gonna lie. I was a little skeptical on VR for a while until I got my hands on it, but it's really cool. They have like a couple demos that you could play with at certain Microsoft stores. I don't know if it's all of them, but I went to like the one up in like Bridgewater. So you put on the headset and like it really feels kind of like immersive, and they give you the 2 little controllers. The first demo was like a shooter kind of thing, like a laser thing, and you have a shield and stuff, like really cool. The second demo was more of a visual aspect thing and not really like a play, and it was called like a Deep Blue or the Blue Whale Experience or some shit like that, and you're basically standing in the bottom of the ocean on a wrecked ship, on like the, what's the front of the ship called, the bow? I don't know, the front of the ship.
Stern, bow,
one of those things. I'm not a pirate. So you're standing on the front of the ship, and out of like left field comes this giant blue whale coming across you, and having the fucking VR headset on, dude, it's like immersive as shit, and it's just like fucking crazy to watch. Like it happened. It's really cool.
Yeah, I have to go back and watch this video that I caught on Facebook to make sure it wasn't you. Dude had on a VR headset in a Microsoft store is what it looked like, and
was he wearing red flannel?
Possibly.
It might have been me.
He was no, the reason I say that is because he was doing this one experience where he had the 2 controllers and the headset on, and it was almost like a tree climbing.
Oh, no, that wasn't me.
And he might have fucked up or something, and he went to climb, and like the bark fell off or something, and the player on the screen stumbled. It looked like he was stumbling down from the tree, and dude just face plants right on his face.
I saw that. That was not me.
Okay.
Because the third and final demo that you get to play is called Tilt Brush, and it's like a 3D paint kind of simulator thing, so you can like paint things and stuff.
Can you paint dicks?
They specifically told me that I'm not allowed to paint. I'm not allowed to paint anything that's offensive or vulgar.
So what's the fun in that?
Right, I know, but it was cool. Like there's like different options of like paint brush techniques. One was called like flame, and like when you do it, like kind of like makes almost like a flame looking effect.
You should have just drawn a pair of tits, and then underneath of it, draw the other circle. And as soon as she starts to yell, you'd be like, "I didn't draw tits. I drew Mickey Mouse."
Yeah. But I was like doing like wheeled like swirls and stuff.
Or the dick cat.
I was doing like and it's cool because it's a 3D painter, so you could do like swirls and like pull your hand back, and it would almost like come like a tail. Like it was really cool, and then you can actually walk through the stuff. So you can actually walk through what you painted, and like it like becomes like 3D. Or if like you walk more to the left, you like paint something else, and it almost becomes like a 3D effect. Like it's really.
Can you
fun.
edit it while you're walking through it?
Yeah, you can like paint over it, or like or like delete it. So it was really really fucking cool. I mean, I wish I had the I wish I had the $800 to get a Vive. If Vive.
You knew those were going to be expensive upon release.
If HTC wants to send me a Vive for free, I'm totally down for that.
We do not have that many viewers for them to do that.
One, or maybe 3. I don't know.
You would need a PC to run it.
I'll get a PC.
$2,000 on PC? I mean, that's,
all right,
it's not that much, but that's my
sponsor us a PC and a Vive.
Hey, Sony, how about a VR, PlayStation VR?
Heard it's not that good.
Hey, I'm in it for the Star Wars. What do you call it? The X-Wing runs.
X-Wing runs, yeah. That'll be interesting. So yeah, VR, pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Didn't try out any other VR headsets, just the Vive. Haven't tried out, what's the other one? Oculus. I heard it's not that good, but they just came out with their hand controllers finally. A little late. Sony's just came out, or is coming out. It came out, right? Already?
I'm not sure, honestly. I'll have to look it up.
I think it came out already.
I think so.
I mean, Taco Bell was giving it away. I've seen them posted all over sites like OfferUp and whatnot, charging almost double the price. So I would assume maybe it came out.
And then I think Google had like their cardboard one.
Mm-hmm.
They put the phone in, and now they have like a new one. I forgot what it's called, but it's like they're coming out.
Oh, Google's also bringing out their own phone.
The Pixel?
Yeah.
They've already had their own phones, and they've all...
Previously, it was like HTC or like...
yeah.
What was the other one? Horizon or whatever?
Something like that.
Yeah, but now this is manufactured and researched and all that stuff by Google. Yeah.
We'll see.
Other than that,
everyone's still gonna buy an iPhone.
There's not too much more news about video games until next couple of weeks. I mean, we're getting into the holiday season.
The only thing that I'm really psyched about doesn't even come out until after the holidays are done and said and done anyway.
What's that?
Resident Evil.
Okay. I'm excited for Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been waiting that game for like 8 to 10 years now.
Yeah.
That game's been in fucking so long. That game used to be Final Fantasy 13 Versus back when 13 was announced. And then alongside Final Fantasy 13 Agito, which was supposed to be like the mobile version, And I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting, and now that it's finally coming out, I'm so excited. Of course, I don't have PS4, but I will get one just for that.
I would be worried.
Why do you say that?
Because how many years was Duke Nukem in production hell?
Well, that's Duke Nukem. That's a different game.
How many years was Alien versus Aliens Colonial Marines in production hell?
But that's based off of a movie.
Well, Final Fantasy was.
And it's a Final Fantasy game.
It was pushed back because they weren't happy with it.
Whoa,
There's a
whoa,
difference.
whoa. Were you just about to ask how do you fuck that up?
Okay, there's Final Fantasy 13.
There was also Final Fantasy XD.
X2?
No.
XD remake?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was complete and utter garbage. It came out a couple of years ago. It was just terrible. I played the first 10 minutes and turned it off.
I usually go with
then
the
they
main...
came out with Final Fantasy Typo Negative and that was okay.
I usually go with the main storyline Final Fantasy. I'm gonna go with the off branch, like the Crystal Chronicles and shit like that. I don't play those. I'll play 7, 10, 11. It was okay. 13 was
I was gonna say, it is very much so possible to fuck up a Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but they even said that they you know, Nathan's right, that they took some time extra to make the game good. And it does look really good, and some of the pre-reviews for it already...
This is the one that has the...
You're like the prince or whatever.
It looks like realistic desert backgrounds and whatnot, and it's fully 3D, you can get in cars and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen the trailer, but he's got like multiple swords.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And then,
Is it gonna be, is it multiplayer?
No. I don't know if any Final Fantasy other than Final Fantasy Online has been multiplayer.
Why?
Final Fantasy Online is multiplayer.
Why? Because it's a Final Fantasy game.
There's so many characters involved with that. I mean, I have to go back and look that up.
But all the
if it
Final
is.
Fantasies have been... There's always been multiple characters, and that's the whole point, is you switch through them and use them for different abilities.
Yeah, but in this day of age, people are going to want to play
So then why Final
online with other
Fantasy
people.
14 or Final Fantasy... Was it 14? Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 was online.
14 and Typo Negative are online.
So buy those in if you want to play with people.
Well, maybe 15 will be too. We just don't know about it yet.
The other game that I'm excited for that's a PlayStation game is Kingdom Hearts 3. But before that, they're coming out with Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which is the lead up into 3. And they just announced, like a week or two ago, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 and 1.5 will be remade. Yeah, I think it's 1.5 and 2.5 will be remade to next gen consoles.
What?
Yeah. So they'll have...
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Both?
I think so.
PS4 and Xbox One?
No, I think it's just PS4.
I was going to say, because the Xbox One, at least the Kingdom Hearts 3 got canceled.
Yeah, no, I think it's only PS4.
Damn it, Square Enix. Taking all my damn money.
Yep. So, that's what I'm excited for.
Nah, that kind of excites me. Now I got to do some research into that.
And whenever Halo 7 or whatever.
I would absolutely love to play 1 and 2 again.
Yeah, my mind's going to be spent because my fiance and her best friend literally steal the TV for a whole week to play. Because they're so pumped up for 3 coming out. I haven't seen anything but Kingdom Hearts on my TV.
It's not a bad thing, though.
No,
It's not. But like when you hear the same music because they are getting every Easter egg in like the fucking Little Mermaid, all you hear is for about 8 hours after you've worked for 10, makes you want to go.
That's when you go down there and yell, "Shut that shit off!"
Have they
I just put on headset like I'm done with you all.
Have they beat Sephiroth yet?
Yes.
Sephiroth.
Did they really?
He's a hard motherfucker to beat in that game.
You know, as many years as I played that, I never once had beaten him.
Kingdom Hearts is their lives. Like this, they played that and Final Fantasy. That's basically the same thing.
There was two things in that game that I never beat. One was Sephiroth, and the other one was that desert sand monster in Agrabah.
Oh,
I think them one time.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, those two, man.
The Peter Pan one, too, is hard. And also the giant rock and ice monster in Olympus was pretty hard, too.
Yeah.
Those are all pain. Those are all, like, secret, though, ones that you have to get, that you can get.
Well, I guess we'll be getting them soon enough, as soon as they remaster 1 and 1.5,
Hell
2.5.
yes. I will be playing that.
Absolutely. That'll give me a reason to hook up my PS4 again.
That'll be a reason maybe to buy PlayStation Pro. Maybe. I don't know. Unless you want to give me one, Sony. I'm down for that.
I don't know if Sony's that nice. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, now
Sony, you're a really nice person.
Now they're not gonna. Wow. Can't ask yourself if they're not even that nice.
All right,
You're fantastic.
I think we're done here.
I did too.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Other than the reviews that I gotta pump out as soon as I finish denouncing the game.
Brandon's got to go pump some stuff out for a while.
Yeah, I still got a few more things I gotta go through.
I'll try and write a review for Doctor Strange for people who are on the fence for it, but I definitely recommend seeing that. So, all right, I think that's it. We're the Nerdy Brew. Go check us out. Facebook, Twitter, other places. You'll find it. We'll be in the link down below. This has been Julian.
And Brandon.
What the Nathan?
I don't know if he was looking at you to say your name.
Yeah, I was actually.
Oh, okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Yep. Check us out everywhere else. Bye.
Bye.